It's that time of year again, Values Voter Summit time. If you're not familiar with it, it's one of the largest yearly political conferences for social conservatives, generally Christian social conservatives. It was started back in 2006 by the Family Research Council. And all that's the basic facts. To get a real idea of what it's like, we've got some quotes from past Values Voter Summits, and we also have a little mashup. Here are some of their greatest hits.
What we are seeing south of our border is nothing short of a war being waged by these narco-terrorists.
You know, Obamacare is really, I think, the worst thing that has happened in this nation since slavery.
If I could insist, this might sound a little strange, but if I could insist, as long as they are legal in our nation, abortions would be done in the public square.
In the face of this threat, we shouldn't take any options off the table.
And maybe then we might hear angels singing when we ponder the glory of conception.
I mean, that video could have been an hour long.
Yeah. What was with the chanting? Who?
I'm not entirely sure.
I
think
you what it is.
Yeah.
And I know that my grandmother was a Pentecostal, and she once started getting fever, and in the back seat of the car, she did that and started speaking in tongues. So it's a varietal of speaking in tongues. That little trilling little
Robert
sound.
De Niro as he sinks at the end of Cape Fear. Goes beneath the water.
Exactly. I'm here to give you that context.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, good.
I thought he was doing some sort of Muslim mockery of their ululating or something like that. But it is, as we said, it's a fairly Christian organization. They might have been speaking in tongues. I loved Meadow Soprano there talking about the glory of conception and how we would understand it if only we could see them actually do the abortion in like the town square.
And we're in nothing short of a war with these narco-terrorists. That was not this year. So somehow that has been a super quiet war. Yeah, that war didn't really develop the way Rick Perry hoped.
Yeah.
Well, from the town square, I'm trying to think, from the back alley to the town square, progress. I'm trying to figure out the linkage there. How would that?
Because what she's saying is that why are you doing your abortions in secret?
Yeah.
So let's do them out in the open and show everybody just the horror of what exactly you're doing, and then maybe we'll hear angels sing.
Yeah, like if you're not ashamed of it, why not do it where everyone can see? Like when you get your colon checked.
Yeah, like I go into a private room when I get my teeth cleaned.
Exactly. It's a medical procedure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't have my weight tested in public, let alone
I don't even
an
get
abortion.
my hair cut in public.
Yeah. So that's the video we've got for you. There were a couple other quotes, though, that I do want to talk about, just so you get an idea of, I mean, basically they trot out every year the up-and-coming and largest social conservatives, and they try to out-crazy each other.
It's like, so this is called the Values Voter Summit,
yeah.
And it's like the Comic-Con of bigotry and hate, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. This is back in 2006. This is the inaugural year of the Value Voter Summit. Right-wing pastor Dwight McKissick told the audience that year that the gay rights movement is a satanic effort birthed from the pit of hell itself. He said the gay rights movement, I believe, was birthed and inspired by the Antichrist, who he theorized was gay himself.
Can you put up that first graphic again, please, Jesus? Please, Jesus. Right-wing pastor, he said the audience here that the gay rights movement is a satanic effort birthed from the pit of hell. It is an imaginary effort, because Satan doesn't exist, effort birthed from the pit of hell, a pretend place. It's a pretend effort birthed from a pretend place that is make-believe.
And it's a pretend threat to every American living today.
It's a serious pretend threat, though.
I've actually seen that movie, that porn before, and it was very hot. It was the whole pit of hell and the Satan. It's very hot.
And also Tony Perkins, the president of the Family Research Council, obviously very influential there, said at one point back in 2009, I believe, he said that militaries that allow openly gay members are the ones that participate in parades. They don't fight wars to keep the nation and the world free. Having gay members in your military, obviously a very niche extremist position. I did a little bit of research to find out if there were any examples. And Albania, Argentina, Australia, Austria, the Bahamas, Belgium, Bermuda, and Brazil. That's the A's and some of the B's. I'll stop there.
Yeah.
Almost every single one.
Israel, which allows gay people in the military, they're always doing parades.
Yeah,
Israel.
and the parade's flamboyant.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So,
I don't think Israel has ever had a military parade. They're too busy killing Palestinians.
Yes. The Values Voter Summit has become so extreme they can't even get behind killing Palestinians anymore.
I didn't know that the Antichrist was gay. I sort of imagined that sort of guys who believe that are constantly worried that their wives or girlfriends are going to, you know, sort of go to the dark side and sleep with Satan. Now there's nothing to worry about at all. Right, go to the dark side, nothing to fear.
He's always been very
Apparently
gay.
the Antichrist.
He's very, very gay.
So.